Hi everyone, it's story time with Edie. How are you today? Good? Well, so am I. And we have a wonderful story for you. Today, we're going to tell the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's one of my favorites. Okay, are you all ready? Snuggled up? Alrighty, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a girl and her name was... That's right, Goldilocks. And she was in her room, and she was bored. I mean, there was nothing to play with, and she wanted to go outside. She's like, Mom, can I go outside? I'm bored. And Mom's like, Goldilocks, did you clean your room? It was very messy this morning. And she was like, ugh. She hates to clean her room. And she's like, if I clean it, can I go out and play? And Mom's like, sure. So she takes all her clothes and she throws them under her bed, and she gets all her toys and she opens the closet and stuffs them in the closet and closes the door. And she looks around, everything smushes it, throws it under her bed, puts a cover over her bed, and she's like, this should work. I'm good, Mom, see ya. And off she goes to the woods. Mom comes in and she's like, Goldilocks, this room is a mess. I'm gonna have to teach that girl about respect. So Goldilocks goes off into the woods. Meanwhile, in the forest, there's a cute little cottage. And inside that cottage are three bears. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear, and they're getting ready to eat their morning porridge. And they're so excited because they're always so hungry in the morning. And there's a big green bowl for Papa Bear, a medium-sized red bowl for Mama Bear, and a little bitty yellow bowl for Baby Bear. So Papa Bear says, let's eat. And they all pick up their bowls and they're like, it was way too hot. And Papa Bear starts singing, hot, hot, way too hot, this really must cool down. Eat it now, I'll burn my mouth, and that would make me frown. And then they all joined in, and they put their bowls down, and they were, And Papa Bear goes, I know, why don't we go out for a little walk in the forest? And when we get home, our porridge should be cool enough to eat. And Baby Bear's like, what a great idea, Pop! Let's go! Off to the woods for a brief little stroll while our porridge is cooling in our bowls. We'll eat our breakfast like we should, then off to play some more in the woods. Three bears, three bears, three bears, three bears. And off they go into the forest while their porridge cools. But as soon as they turn that corner in the woods, who comes around the other way but, that's right, Goldilocks. Goldilocks. And she was getting kind of tired and a little bit hungry, and she saw this really cute cottage, and she's thinking, this is perfect. She goes up, knock, knock, knock. No one's there. She tries the door. They left the door open. I mean, she's thinking, whoever lives here won't mind. I mean, they left the door open, right? So she opens the door and she goes in. What a beautiful cottage. She looks all around, and on the table she sees 3 bowls of porridge. That's right. And she is so hungry. This is perfect. So she goes up and she goes, there's a big bowl, a medium-sized red bowl, and a little tiny yellow bowl. Which one should I go for first? What do you think? That's what she thought too. The big green bowl. So she takes a big spoonful. She does this little dance. That porridge is way too hot. That's right. She's still kind of hungry. Which one should she go to next? The medium-sized red bowl? That's what she thought. So she picks it up. That porridge is way too cold. That's right. Which porridge should she try next? The little bitty yellow one? That's what she thought too. So she picks it up. That porridge was just right. And she gobbles it up. What a perfect little snack. And now her tummy's really big and, she needs to sit down. So she skips into the next room and, well, what do you know? 3 chairs. A big green chair, a medium-sized red chair, and a little bitty yellow chair. Which chair should she sit in first? The big green chair? That's what she thought. So she sits down. Ooh, that's kind of... Oh, she tries again. Oh, that chair is way too hard. That's right. I mean, she wants to rest, so what chair should she sit in next? The medium-sized red chair? Yeah, right? So she sits in that chair. Whoa. Whoa, and she slips all the way to the floor. Oh my gosh, that chair is way too soft. That's right, a little too soft. So, which chair should she try now? The little bitty yellow chair? Yeah. So she goes over and she sits in it. Oh, this chair is just right. And she stretches and she puts her hands behind her head. Oh, and she takes a little rest. While she's resting, there are these mice, these 3 little mice that peek out. Eek, eek, eek. They're a little concerned because Goldilocks is eating the porridge and sitting in the chairs, and they know the bears won't be happy. And so they try to warn her, and they say, no, 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 you don't, you didn't ask permission. It's not right, it's wrong. Listen to the song. You better pay attention. You better pay attention. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And then they disappear, and Goldilocks wakes up, and the chair breaks. Oh no, she broke the chair. Oh well, she says, it's not her chair anyway, and off she skips into the next room, because actually, she's a little tired now, and she's thinking maybe a little nap would be perfect. And what do you know? She sees 3 beds. A big green bed, a medium-sized red bed, and a little bitty baby bed. Which bed should she go through first? The big, big green bed? That's what she thought. So she gets on top of it with her shoes, boing, and she jumps. Boing, and she jumps again. One more time, boing. Oh, this bed is way too hard. I know, right? So, which bed should she go to next? The medium-sized red bed? So she gets on that one and she goes, and she sinks right into the middle of the bed. She tries again and she sinks right down. And one more time, No, no, no. This bed is way too soft. That's right. She'll never be able to sleep in a bed that soft. Which bed should she go to now? The little tiny yellow bed? That's what she thought. So she gets in and she snuggles up and she's like, this bed is just right. And she closes her eyes and she goes to sleep. Meanwhile, the mice are getting a little nervous because the bears are going to be home soon. So they try to warn her one more time. Oh, here we go, the bears are on their way. They're getting close to being home. This will ruin their day. This will ruin their day. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And she gets up and she's like, what? Did you guys hear a sound? I keep hearing a sound. What is it, like squeak, squeak? What is that sound? She thinks it must be my imagination. So she goes back to sleep. Then we hear in the woods, back from the woods, from our brief little stroll to our porridge, which is cooling in our bowls. We'll eat our breakfast like we should, then off to play some more in the woods. Here come those bears, those 3 bears are home. And they walk into their house and they come around the table and they're all ready for their porridge. Papa picks his up, Mama picks hers up, Baby Bear picks his up, and they all take a big spoonful. And And then Papa Bear goes, wait a minute! Somebody's been, that's right, eating Papa Bear's porridge. And then Mama Bear goes, ah! Someone's been, that's right, eating Mama Bear's porridge. Mama says you can definitely smell that someone's been eating her porridge. And that's when Baby Bear goes, well, someone's been eating my porridge and look, they ate it all up. And Mama and Papa Bear are like, what? Papa Bear's like, this is very, very peculiar. Mama Bear says, strange. Baby Bear says, odd. Papa says, family, let's check out the rest of our house. So off they go to the next room, and they're looking to see if there's someone in their house who ate their porridge. They're looking and sniffing, but they don't see anything, and Papa Bear's like, I'm getting a little tired. I think we need to take a little rest. So he sits in his chair, Mama sits in her chair, Baby sits on the edge of this broken thing on the floor, and all of a sudden you hear, wait a minute! Someone's been, that's right, sitting in Papa Bear's chair. And then Mama says, well, someone's been sitting in my chair. You can definitely smell that someone's been sitting there, Papa Bear. And then Baby Bear says, well, someone's been sitting in my chair and look, they broke it all to pieces. And Mama and Papa were like, what? And Papa's like, this is very, very peculiar. Mama says, strange. Baby says, odd. Papa says, family, let's check out the rest of our house. And so they go to another room, and they're looking to see if they can find someone who ate their porridge, sat in their chairs, and they're looking and sniffing, but they don't see anyone. But they see their beds, and Papa's like, oh, I'm tired. Let's take a little rest. So they stretch, and they all get in their beds, and they're snuggling in, and there's a beat, and then you hear, wait a minute! Someone's been, that's right, sleeping in Papa Bear's bed. And then you hear, whoa! Someone's been sleeping in my bed. That's right, Mama Bear's bed. You can definitely smell that someone's been sleeping there. And then Baby Bear says, well, someone's been sleeping in my bed, and look, she's still there. And they're all like, what? And so they tiptoe and they go around her. They circle this little girl in their room. They sniff, and they're, and Mama says, what a rude little girl to just come into our house and help herself to whatever she wanted without asking first. I mean, her mama must have never taught her about respect. And Baby Bear says, yeah, Mama, you said you should always ask permission before you use something that's not yours. And Papa's like, well, yeah, that's called respect. And this little girl obviously has none of that. And so Baby Bear goes, wake up, rude girl. And Goldilocks opens her eyes and she stretches. And she sees Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear behind her. And she's like, wah! And they're like, wah! And Goldilocks is like, who are you and what do you want? And the bears say, what do you want? The little girl said. She ate our food, sat in our chairs, slept in our bed. Who are you? She asked that too. Why, we're the three bears. Who are you? And before she could answer, Mama Bear says, you know, it was very rude and disrespectful of you to just come into our house and Help yourself to whatever you wanted without asking first. Your mama must have never taught you about respect. And Papa Bear said, yeah, you just sit here and think about what you've done. Roar! Come on, Mama Bear. Roar! Come on, Baby Bear. And they leave the room. And Baby Bear goes, roar! And leaves the room. But Baby Bear comes back in to peek and just see what this little girl's all about. And Goldilocks, meanwhile, is like, gosh, they were really upset. I mean, I didn't mean for them to get so mad at me. I don't really know what this respect thing is. I guess I'm going to have to figure that out. What's this respect they were shouting about? Something I don't have, there's no doubt. Perhaps I'll go and buy it at the store, or ask my mom, she'll have it for sure. Or maybe I'll pretend I left it at home. If I'm convincing, there's no way they could know. And that's when Baby Bear came in and said, respect is something you cannot buy. Respect can't be borrowed, faked or lied. Respect is something found deep inside, and you give it to others. Yes, you give it to others. And Goldilocks is like, how? And Baby Bear says, respect is listening when someone else speaks. You mean not interrupt, and yes, that's what I mean. But what if I have something I wanna say? You just wait your turn if it takes all day. And that you say is this thing respect? Yes, my friend, that's respect. Join me. Respect is something you cannot buy. Respect can't be borrowed, faked or lied. Respect is something found deep inside, and you give it to others. Yes, you give it to others. Now what if someone came by one day, picked up your toy and started to play? They didn't ask you or care what you say, and when they were done, they just threw it away. And Goldilocks was like, what? Why would someone do something like that? I mean, that would make me mad. That would make me sad. I don't understand. Why would someone do that? And Baby Bear says, no respect. Oh, Goldilocks finally got it. I think I'm beginning to see the light. Now I know how to treat people right. Be thoughtful and kind, and always pay attention. And don't touch unless you have permission. Respect is something we all deserve, but you won't get it till you give it. Mark my word, you won't get it till you give it. Mark my word. Yeah! And then they finish with this big panache. Yeah! Very jazzy. And Goldilocks was like, oh, thank you. That's so much fun. And now I understand what respect means. And she's like, Baby Bear, do you think your parents would ever forgive me? And Baby Bear's like, well, sure. Especially now that you know. Come on, let's go tell them. And Goldilocks, first, I'd like to clean up the mess I made. And Baby Bear said, I'll help you. And off they went to clean up the mess. Meanwhile, Mama and Papa Bear walk in, and then Goldilocks and Baby Bear come in, and Goldilocks says, Mr. and Mrs. Bear, and they're like, raw. And she gets a little scared, but her friend Baby Bear's there, and she's like, I just want to say that I'm really sorry that I was disrespectful, and I didn't know what respect meant. But now I do, thanks to my new friend, Baby Bear, and I hope you can forgive me. And Mama and Papa Bear were like, sure we can, especially now that you know what respect means. Would you like to join us on our family picnic today? And Goldilocks was like, yes! May I? And they all said, yes, you may. And off they went for a picnic. And that's the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Remember, Respect is something you cannot buy. Respect can't be borrowed, faked, or lied. Respect is something found deep inside, and you give it to others. Yes, you give it to others. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. See you next time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to Storytime with Edie. Bye-bye.